Have you been wondering if your child's remote microphone system can be useful during these challenging times of COVID? Hi, this is Dr. Carol Maynard, pediatric and educational audiologist from Mares Eat Oats Hearing Help for Listening and Learning. Today we're going to check out how your child's remote microphone system can be super helpful during both online learning and in the new constraints of the bricks and mortar classroom. At the end of the video, I will present you with what I feel to be the most promising solutions. And if you find this information to be helpful to you, please subscribe to my channel. What is a remote microphone hearing assistance system? You might have heard of them as an FM system or a DM system, but simply put, it's a system that uses a microphone placed near or attached to a sound source, like a teacher's mouth or a computer, that can then be transmitted wirelessly to various receivers. The receivers can be attached to the student's hearing aids or can be hearing aid-like devices or even speaker systems in the room. This allows the speaker's voice to be heard and understood more easily. A variety of hearing aid or school technology companies manufacture remote microphone systems. I like to call them remote microphone hearing assistance systems because this allows for flexibility as to what can be chosen to best suit each child. Not all students with hearing concerns use RMHAs in school or even the same type of RMHA, as that is determined by their needs in the classroom and you and your child's individualized education plan team or 504 team. In any bricks and mortar classroom, an RMHA is only as effective as the person using it is conscientious. If the microphone is not placed correctly within 6 to 8 inches from the mouth, then much of the acoustic information is lost. And although it is a wonderful tool, it does not negate the need for the other accommodations that your child might benefit from. In previous videos in this series, we have learned that mask use reduces the level of the speaker's voice by about 5 to 12 decibels, which can place the teacher's voice below the level of even quiet background noise, whether you use a full facial mask, a mask with a plastic window, or even a face shield. So even when we place the microphone of the RMHA in its appropriate spot, some loudness will be lost, even using the microphone correctly. Some manufacturers have ascertained that the best placement for the microphone is still in the lapel area if using a facial or window mask, rather than a boom type microphone which sits in front of the speaker's mouth. However, if the mask already decreases the sound of the speaker's voice, then other adjustments will need to be made as well to ensure that each student is hearing the signal loudly enough. Some microphones have volume controls in them that can be used to increase the loudness of the transmitted voice. Or, if a student's hearing aids have an adjustable volume control, they can use that to increase the loudness of the speaker's voice if desired. If a student uses a receiver which has no gain or amplification in it, some of these also have volume controls. If you have questions about this, you should contact your schools or your private audiologist about your child's specific system. Once again, it may be that the face shield with a medical grade fabric around the bottom is the best answer to this. Although the system does degrade and reduce the level of the speaker's voice, it may be easier to place the microphone within the mask itself, eliminating the reduction and degradation caused by the mask. No specific studies are available yet on this, but I feel this may be a good solution. But what about online learning? The sound quality provided by a computer or tablet does not provide the same quality of sound as a face-to-face interaction. Additionally, it's hard to monitor how loudly the teacher is speaking into the microphone at the distance learning site. Earphones are a possible solution to this difficult learning setup, but for students with hearing loss who already suffer with poor auditory input and processing, earphones are probably not enough. And earphones do not offer the hearing loss specific gain provided by hearing aids. Again, the RMHA to the rescue. The microphone of the RMHA can be plugged directly into the earphone jack of the computer or tablet. It will then transmit the information directly to your child's hearing aids or receivers so that they hear what is being transmitted through the computer more clearly, and the background noise in the learning area will be less distracting. Your audiologist should be able to instruct you on how to set this up if you have questions. Today's takeaways are: 1. RMHAs can be beneficial in both the new paradigm of the bricks and mortar classroom as well as in online learning situations. 2. RMHA volume may need to be adjusted when used with a mask either at the microphone or receiver level. 3. In the bricks and mortar classroom, a face shield with medical grade fabric at the bottom to contain aerosols or keep them out may be the most effective when using an RMHA. 4. Online learning may best be accessed by a student with hearing loss when using their RMHA connected to the online device. Next time, we will explore captioning for online content. I hope you've gotten some helpful information today, and hit the like button if you did. Please feel free to comment below if you have questions, observations, or suggestions for new topics to explore. Don't forget to subscribe if you would like updates on new videos. And remember, we hear with our brains, not just our ears. This is Dr. Carol Maynard from Mersey Dotes Hearing. Be well, and see you next time.